Hello everyone, glad you're back for another video. Today we're looking at the 9mm f2.8 Viltrox lens. This lens helped me understand what it means by having context of when you're shooting more videos and how a wide angle lens can add a little bit more of that interesting tone to your video. I've been shooting most of my videos on a 17-40 f1.8 lens, fantastic lens, but getting this lens has opened my eyes to how convenient it can be to shoot some video just by having a wide angle lens. So I'll be taking you around my day. We'll use that to show you the different kinds of shots I was able to get and how convenient it was getting those shots with this lens. Now, remember this shot because we're going to be referencing this particular look and compare it to how the 9mm completely transformed the space and make it a tad bit more interesting. So without wasting your time, let's jump straight into this video. Today we're doing a review in my car and we're taking a look at the Viltrox 9mm autofocus APS-C lens. There are times like this, right? What you want and you enjoy using might not really be the best for you. This is my favorite lens. But since I got this lens, this is what's on my camera right now, I realized that there's so many shots that I can't get with this because of my environment. For example, this one here, I have a little bit of free time between me going from point A to point B, and I can just sit down in my car and then do a review of this, and then I have shots that make sense. If I was using the Sigma, it would just be pretty much too tight. And whenever I tried to use my Sigma to get shots like this, I ended up staying far away from my camera, which means that my microphone is not really getting the best because I'm not as close as I should be in order to get quality based on the settings that I've set. I'm quite close to my, like look, I can literally touch my lens. But I'm getting a good shot that kind of gives you some context into where I am and what I'm trying to do. So we'll just use this lens today, have a few experience with it. Then when we get back home, we'll sit down and then we'll finalize our thoughts together on what we're able to experience. First shot I am going to attempt right now is having a conversation with my camera while driving. Form of context, like it's very obvious that I'm driving without my seatbelt. But we'll fix that now. This is a very good shot to give you an idea of what it feels like sitting at the passenger seat. Normally, where I mount my camera, I would not be able to get a wide field of view that you can see the window on the right, a little part of the dashboard. This is a very wide shot that would not be possible if I was using any other lens that I own. It was quite easy getting this setup using the Viltrox 9mm. I need coffee to start my day and it was quite convenient just having the camera at arm's length. Recording this was quite easy because all I needed to do was just keep my camera and my chest and just walk. For the next shots, I wasn't even trying. I just dropped the camera on the car seat and just started driving. And by the time I looked at the footage, I was like, yeah, you do clearly see in context of what I was doing. And after I had my coffee, I was ready to start my day. Okay, so I somewhat got what I was looking for. This tripod looks too big for this whole setup. It works, it serves its purpose, it's really durable. It works better when I'm using my other lens if I want to like have something to grip, but because of I've gotten this small tiny lens, that ended up looking ridiculously massive. You can see the difference between the two sizes. It's an inexpensive cheap tripod, which means it's made out of plastic, and because it's made out of plastic, here it doesn't really get really tight. Another easy shot I was able to get with my camera on the dashboard. If I had people in every car seat, I'll be able to get all of them in frame easily. It's really quite convenient using this lens like this. Little effort in terms of how I want to set up in order to get enough shots to give some context on what I'm doing currently. After I got some food, I was able to sit down, get some work done, and review the footage that I had recorded. Everything I did was quite convenient. Again, optimizing for convenience in terms of it wasn't difficult for me to set up this camera and get some cool shots. I was able to keep the camera very close to my laptop and get like a low angle because its minimum focus is actually really good. As well as just prop the camera around, get different kinds of shots to see how they look because it was very easy for me to set up my camera real close to me, drop it anywhere, and still get some decent and usable footage. In case you're wondering why I have like and NEPA. And with thanks to the electricity situation in Nigeria, we can now transition to this shot right here where you can see everything. So this is how wide it is compared to the previous lens that I had where I shot the first shot of this video. And to complete what I was trying to say, I was explaining why I dragged my living room chair into my room. And it's because of this chair right here. This chair has completely destroyed my back. For some reason, this helps with my lower back, but this part right here does not work with my lower back. I did some research and I saw the price of those ergonomic chairs, and I'm trying to wonder, would I ever be able to afford one of those ergonomic chairs? How long would I save before I raise the money to buy one of those chairs? It's ridiculous. But the truth of the matter is that I spent so much time here as a software engineer and now as a video YouTuber, or I don't know what to call myself. Do I qualify as a YouTuber? Please let me know in the comment section. So with what I have right here, I know that I have to invest in one of those chairs. So that's a problem for another time. But for now, thank you very much for watching this video. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.